The show, to me, in the most basic storyline, is about a man who's been following a way of life and has that way of life sort of upended by the introduction of the baby. And it sort of changes his life, and I think he's reevaluating his priorities and what means something to him in his life in the world.
Having seen the screenplay, I immediately had the feeling, yes, there was something of substance there. This is really good in storytelling, and it has a lot of openings for complete fantasy.
Really, for me, I felt with the pilot, my job was to show this guy as he is, a hardened, kind of weather-beaten person that, you know, has been through things we can't imagine and is just doing a job. The consequences of that, the morality of it, I get paid. The pilot slowly chips away at that idea, especially when he meets the Ugnaught. And this little being is suddenly helping him and then challenging him.
I love the opportunity to make him as human and as accessible as possible, which is strange to say because it's impossible to get to him because he's covered in armor from head to toe. And yet, the idea is that, you know, he's relatable. We're all kind of covered in our own armor, you know, and terrified of taking that armor off. And that's the thing that crosses him over into a character that we're all going to really want to follow.
I think episode 3, at its core, is essentially a Western. It's a cross between a Western and a samurai movie. And when I very first came in and I got the script, that was my first thought, and that's been a very strong reference that John's given us throughout the show.
In talking to John, I asked him, what would you like me to watch? And he immediately brought up Sergio Leone and Akira Kurosawa, Yojimbo, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Much of the Star Wars projects is that, yes, there is the Western, but there's also, again, in all of this, there's this very Eastern kind of brushstroke or brush strokes that go on. So there is this kind of the Buddha looking for enlightenment and searching and searching and searching and finally settling under the tree and realizing that the search wasn't out there, the search was in here.
They all know what they are doing. They all have vision, and I think it's basically Jon Favreau's vision that guides the whole thing. And it's very, very pleasant to work on a set where everybody is focused and calm. I've never heard a loud word. That's beautiful.
I mean, I just think the key is you hire good people to have done the work that they've all done. They're all really talented. But the big difference is what kind of person are you? And they're all just really wonderful people that are easy to get along with, easy to work with. We all get in a room, and I think because this is so new to many of us that we all kind of get together on it and it becomes a real team thing.
We wouldn't be able to do this show without Dave Filoni. I think he is the truest lover of the material. We can all try to compete to his level of love, is just the best word for it, for the world of Star Wars.
This new technology brings filmmaking back where it has been and where it should be. You can pick up a camera on your shoulder and do some sort of a choreography between your actors, and the parallaxes of the background will be organized. You see the set, and the actors see the set, and they sense it and they feel it. And this is fantastic. Filmmaking back where it should be.
In this case, since there's real things on the set, we have real cameras and real people. And now instead of having a green screen that you have to move around in light, which took forever, and that was really the frustration that led to these innovations, which was how could we do that without green screens next time? And so that led to you have a green stage, you have pre-lit green areas that you could expose, and then it turned into these video walls where you could have green just behind the actor, and then interactive light, which we used on Jungle Book also for shadows and things on the characters, which we were inspired by, like Gravity, where they had all those video panels. So it's like we took all the technology that I've been messing around with from all those other projects and applying it to a very specific application that would work for this.